Okay, hi everybody. So I saw Superman. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I have to see it again for a second time just to make sure, everything that I think right now is valid after a second watch. But a couple thoughts. Number one, this is a very, very, very fast-paced movie. I feel like the movie ran in the middle of everything. Like I feel like it just dropped you in the middle of the action, and like you, the audience, me, we are forced to kind of like just catch up, hurry up and catch up. And I can forgive them for that, because I appreciate that. You don't normally get that. And it really did make it feel like a comic book movie. Like these movies right here, not technically not Spider-Man 1, right? Not Spider-Man 1. I'm talking about more like Spider-Man 2. I got really, really, really big Spider-Man 2 vibes from this. Not just because, Spider-Man 2 is my favorite superhero movie of all time. Spider-Man 2 is like a perfect movie. It's a perfect film. This kind of did sort of, and sorry, I'm so tired right now. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I went to a private screening, but yeah, Spider-Man 2 kind of felt like you can Spider-Man 2 felt like it could have been the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh movie of the series, and it didn't matter, right? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it felt like just an episode. It felt like an episodic kind of story that you can just pop on, like later in 10 years. You can pop on Superman 2025 on your TV. You don't have to do any other homework. You don't have to do, you don't have to watch anything else. You can just turn it on and watch it. That's literally it, and that felt really refreshing, honestly. Um, are there problems? Yes, of course there are problems. I don't think it's a perfect movie. I think it's a very good movie, though. I think that the message of humans and aliens and stuff like that. Because Superman is an alien. It's kind of symbolism for immigrants in the country, or just immigrants in general. And I thought that that was really powerful, and I thought he did a really good job. There were, it's James Gunn, right? It's James Gunn, so there's there's jokes that don't land, and I'm a James Gunn fan, right? Like that's Rocket right there. I'm a James Gunn fan. I know what comes with a James Gunn movie. Not a lot of people are going to love James Gunn. Not a lot of people are even going to like James Gunn movies. Some people even hate James Gunn movies. So if you're one of those people, you're probably not going to like this movie because this is a very James Gunn movie. However, I feel like this is the least James Gunn movie. I feel as though it's sort of very rooted in trying to make a comic book come to life. And a lot of people, you will see a lot of people say that same thing. And I was very happy when I saw that, when I saw the reviews. And then when I went in and watched the movie, it really is like a comic book come to life, right? Like there's a lot of stuff happening. However, that's one of its downfalls to me. After first watch, I will confirm that later when I do my full review. But I think there was a lot. There was a lot in here, right? And for a 2 hour movie, I feel like this could have easily been a 2.5 hour or 3 hour movie if they really wanted to. And I feel like they didn't want to make a 2 hour, a 2.5 hour, or 3 hour movie. But you still had a bunch of elements in here, and the story could have been very much simplified if they wanted to, but it seemed like they didn't want to, right? They could have easily made this more audience, like casual audience friendly, but I feel like James Gunn said, "Fuck that. We're gonna make the comic book movie that we want to make." For DC and DC fans, and I think that's what they did here. But again, not every single joke lands. I feel like he did a really good job at balancing humor and drama. There were a lot of heartwarming and touching moments in this movie. Like, I almost cried a couple times. I didn't cry, but I almost cried a couple times. And yeah, that's what James Gunn does really well, and he did it very well in here. There are jokes, like I said a couple times just now, that don't really. There are a couple times that the jokes don't land, and you're like, why are we making a joke right now? That would have been like really cool if we just like, kind of just moved on and then moved into the next thing. But no, we have to make a joke. I thought, sorry, I'm running out of time, but okay. Superman himself. This is a 5 minute video. This was supposed to be really quick. Superman himself, okay? David Cornsweet, amazing. Amazing. I loved him as Superman. He's a different Superman than Henry Cavill. If you guys can't, wrap your brain around that, if you can't wrap your brain around, they're playing two completely different tonally, tone. I don't even know what I'm saying. They're playing two different versions of the character, so like they're gonna act different. So if you can't wrap your head around that, then maybe you shouldn't watch the movie. Go watch the movie anyway though, and form your own opinion. But he was really good. The chemistry that he has with Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane, I thought Lois Lane was terrific. The romance was terrific. It again gave me Spider-Man 2 vibes. So and then everybody else too. I mean, Jimmy Olsen, Lex Luthor, Nicholas Holt was really good, and yeah, like it feels like a lot, but as a comic book movie fan and a superhero movie fan, I was able to understand, like, okay, they're gonna throw everything at the wall. And as a fan of superheroes and comic books, I'm here to kind of piece it together. I'm gonna give the movie the benefit of the doubt that they know what they're doing, and that I also know, like, that I can. Does that make sense? Does that make any sense? Like I said, it's 3 in the morning. It's almost 4 in the morning. So, yeah, I'm pretty tired. Anyway, those are just my super ranty thoughts. I'm gonna get into more, probably Friday. Honestly, probably when the movie comes out, you will see a full review. But yeah, I'm tired. I gotta go to bed. I'm sorry. And yeah, I really enjoyed it though. Right now, I'm gonna say my score 9 out of 10, and we will see if that sticks later. All right. I love you guys. Bye bye.